you feel like you don't know how to overcome stress? Does it feel like it's literally killing you? I am right there with you, and today we are going to make it possible for you to understand what you are needing in each moment so that you can move through the stress and into a more peaceful state. And I'll even share with you 3 stress killers. So, what is stress? When we're feeling it in our body, it's in the moment, we're feeling agitated. What we're feeling is actually the gap between our expectation and our reality. We're wanting it to be one way and it's going another way. We're wanting to have this project done, but it's not. Someone hasn't done their part and they should. All of these different things that are coming up in our lives are all about not being in that present moment. We've got our expectation, we got our reality, and they're complete opposites of each other. So, stress is not living in the moment. But here's the thing, the past and the future don't even exist. You are suffering from a story that you're creating right here, and you're creating it in your imagination. So here's the thing. With stress, it's a response that's coming from the amygdala, that little lizard part of our brain that's saying, oh no, something's wrong. But the amygdala does not know if this threat, this stress, is something that's real or perceived. All the amygdala knows is that something is happening and it's causing you to react. So the amygdala is turning on all the alarms thinking, oh no, a tiger is about to eat you. But it's not true. You're just not present in the moment. But the amygdala thinks it's helping us stay safe by putting us on alert to look for danger, to look for the tiger. The amygdala does not know stress. It does not know we're not actually in danger. So what do? If you are stressing too much about something before it happens, you are basically putting yourself through it twice. You're putting yourself through stress right here in the moment about something in the past, about something in the future. So now, if it's in the future, you're going to have to live through that stress again. Don't do that to yourself. You don't need to. I'm going to share with you one of my most favorite tricks for moving my stress to the timeline where it needs to be. So let's say I'm in the moment, I'm working on a deadline, and I'm feeling stressed because the pieces aren't coming together. The first thing I do is I ask myself, okay, when do I need to stress about this? Do I need to stress about this right now? Or is it something that I can stress about on Monday or Tuesday or somewhere later on down the week? Because chances are you're probably stressing about something that you don't need to worry about right here and now. So let's say it's something let's say today's Friday and we don't need to stress about it till Monday because somebody else isn't going to have their part done. So we know we can push it out. So in my mind, I'll just do like a little visualization where I will imagine a timeline. I'm right here on the timeline. The stressful thing can be moved over here. So I'll actually pick it up like I'm dragging and dropping with my mouse. Just pick up the stressful thought, idea, whatever it is, and I'll drag it over into that day. Drag it over to Monday, drag it over to Tuesday. It seems simple. It seems a little bit silly, but it works. If you allow yourself to just create this analogy that I'm going to move the stressful thought over here, all of a sudden, it starts to feel a little bit less stressful. And you can go through all the things in your life that are coming up for you right now and just move them to where they need to be. If you have to sign some important documents, put that stress on the day when you're signing. If you're going to get some news and you don't know what it is, put it on the day when you're going to find out. Be here present in this moment because this moment does not need to be stressful. Your body does not need to be feeling these emotions right now when you can put it further on down the timeline. And if it's something in the past, then we can do some healing work to go heal it in the past so that it doesn't continue to trigger in that present moment. So we know that the energy that we are feeling in any moment will actually come through in a project that we're working on. So another reason to move that stress further on down the timeline is so that we can feel better right now. Because we know that when we feel better, we do better. So imagine that you're working on a project, you're feeling some stress, and things just start to go wrong. The computer isn't working, or the air conditioning goes out, your pen runs out of ink. Things just seem to go wrong when you're in an agitated state. So there's this funny thing that happens when energetically you can get out of stress and feel better, you'll actually do better and things will magically start to happen better for you. So it's worth taking the time to feel better than to push through and feeling that stress. So what does that look like? If you are at your desk and you're sitting in your chair, jump out of your chair and go do something else to take care of yourself. If you are working on something that, especially if it has some creative energy, you want to take some time to take care of yourself, stop the project, get centered, get aligned in who you are in your highest vibrational self, because it's going to come through in your work. So, which brings us to stress killers. How can we actually stop that stress dead in its tracks so that we can put our best energy forward, so that we can create this moment where all the pieces are magically coming together with ease and grace and flow? I'm going to share with you 3 stress killers. The very first one is releasing serotonin, that brain chemical that affects our moods. So serotonin, the mood chemical, comes out when we do things to take care of ourselves, like meditation or prayer. It can be released in our brain when we exercise, when we do something we love, like art. For me, laughter is a huge one. I love laughing. It always changes my mood and gives me that boost of serotonin. Another one is walking in nature. So I encourage you to take a moment and find what it is for you that will help you get back into that higher vibration, into that alignment, to ditch that stress. Do you like to exercise, meditate, pray? Do you need a laughter break? That's the best thing about social media. There's always something you can find to laugh about on TikTok or Reels. So decide what it is for you and then take that time. Even if it's only 5 minutes, take a break from your stressful project that you're working on and go find a way to get that serotonin boost, create that higher vibe energy within your being, and then tackle that project. It'll come together much better. The second thing that I love to do is EFT, also called tapping or emotional freedom techniques. And I love to do this with the pressure points on my fingers, because it's something that if I'm around other people, I can do it incognito style. This means I can do it behind my back. I can do it under the table when no one's looking. And really what I'm doing is I'm taking care of my body's energy system. I'm taking care of my emotions. I'm ditching that stress and nobody even knows. So what does that look like? Super easy. Basically, there's pressure points at the base of the cuticle on every finger. So what I do is I take 2 fingers and just tap on that cuticle on each finger. Again, I can do this under the table. Nobody knows. I can do this behind my back. I'm doing it right now and you can't even see me. It's just my own little secret of how I like to take care of my own emotions, my own stress. Think of it as every time that you're tapping, it's sending an electrical pulse to the amygdala that says, calm down, I'm not being eaten by a tiger. It's kind of the equivalent of flushing the toilet. So I'm flushing my body's energy system of all of this stress. Keep it moving through so that I can get back to this level of, Sounds easy, and it is, and it's really effective, and it's free. The last one that I love that I want to share with you is purposeful breathing. The way that we do this is we identify where this stressful feeling is living in our body. Sometimes it's in our chest, pushing us down like an elephant sitting on our chest, or sometimes it's on our shoulders, like the weight of the world on our shoulders. I invite you to just take a moment and see where the stressful feeling is in your body, and then consciously breathe peace into that space. So if it's in your chest, with every inhale, breathe that peace into your chest and just be willing to let it go. If it's in your shoulders, breathe that breath into your shoulders. Breathe it into your knees if you're having knee pain, or maybe you've been sitting in your chair too long and your hips are starting to feel a little wonky. Wherever it is, make that purposeful breath go right into that space with the intention of peace and letting go of that stress. And sometimes when we do this, it'll actually move around a little bit. So you might be having it in your chest at first, and then it might move to your gut, and then you might get an ankle pain. Whatever it is, just be willing to follow that pain and let it flow through you. Just like flushing a toilet, we just want to let it move through. And now that that empty space has been created, we've created the flushing of that stress, it's really important that you ask yourself, what do I want to be feeling in this moment? whether it's peace or maybe you want to feel energized. I know for me, when I'm working on projects, I find that I get stressed out if I'm too much in my feminine energy, and I need some more of my masculine energy to pull on that get things done kind of energy. And so I'll ask myself, what do I need in this moment? Do I need caffeine? Do I need water? Do I need a mantra? Do I need to listen to some music and kind of dance it out? Fill that space with whatever it is your body is needing in the moment. I'd really love to hear from you how you deal with your stress. Have you tried one of these ideas that I've talked about? Or maybe you have your own trick or tip. Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video, come on over to our next video, how to overcome stress and depression in life. See you there. I know you're feeling stress. Go ahead and click on that video. It'll make you feel better.